What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We move on. 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a beauty in the OVC. I can't wait for this one. Belmont Bruins, 24-1. 18-0 in conference. At Eastern, Kentucky Colonels, 19-6, 13-5 in conference. See what we were dealing with here. Belmont opening up as 7.5-point favorites. That's moved to 8. Some books still hanging the 7 and a hook. This total sitting at 160.5. We're at McBrayer Arena in Richmond, Kentucky. Belmont's won 21 straight. They're coming off an easy 90-66 win at home over Tennessee Tech on Saturday as 21-point favorites. Belmont has beaten Eastern Kentucky 11 straight times, led by juniors Nick Mazinski, who averages 15.3 points, 5.5 boards, and Grayson Murphy, 10.3 points, 8 boards, 5.3 assists. The Belmont offense averages 82.8 points per game this season. That's 9th among Division I teams. Yet, Eastern Kentucky is just 0.1 points below them. We'll get to that. Belmont hits 50.7% from the field, 35.1% from three, 74.1% from the stripe. Eastern Kentucky bounced back from a surprise 22-point loss at Southeast Missouri on Saturday by then beating them by 22 on Monday in the same building. The Colonels are led by Trey King, who averages 15.4 points, 6.3 boards, and Wendell Green Jr., who's scoring 14.4 points, 5.2 assists. High-octane offense as well, averaging 82.7 points. They hit 44.8% from the stripe, 36.1% from three, and 44.8% from the field, 36.1% from three, and 69.8% from the stripe. Max, here we go. Can Eastern Kentucky possibly stop this domination that the Belmont Bruins have had over them? Take it away. We're in the OVC, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Jim, when you said Belmont Bruins just there, I think that I only heard Bruins, and then I got instantly angry because I thought about the Boston Bruins and how much I hate their guts.
Sure.
And how they're aided by 2 fantastic Canadian Olympic hockey players. But that's another conversation for another show for another day. The Belmont Bruins of the OVC, well, listen, the bottom line is this team is for real. This team is on point. This team has built chemistry, built continuity, has dynamite ball handlers, a floor general that cannot be stopped, and is fearless when crashing the goddamn glass in Grayson Murphy. I think that with Nick Mazinski, he's going to play a critical role not only in scoring his touches, but also being able to pass out of the low post and being able to take it at Trey King. When we look at Belmont, listen, they've been unstoppable aside from a potential scare against Jacksonville State, and they've covered 5 out of 6 games that they've been a 10-plus point favorite in. So I do think that with Eastern Kentucky, they have played this team, they have beat this team, and it starts with a fast start. You got to contain Wendell Green. Wendell Green's shown a definite confidence in himself to hoist up threes when his team needs a bucket and they're in a drought, or to just go into the rim and force the Zebras to blow their whistle. And we know they love to do that. Like I love to go to ladies of the day and ladies of the night. But I'll tell you this, Jim, this Belmont team has the pieces to stop this Eastern Kentucky team. They can chase Michael Moreno off the three-point line. They can take it at Trey King early, double team him. He's going to turn the ball over. He may get into foul trouble, and that takes away from some of the depth that this team has. Don't get me wrong. They can bring Czech Fay off. They can bring freaking Crookshank off. They can bring Banton off the bench. All these guys can ball for Eastern Kentucky, and all they can score. But can they defend? And that's where the difference is. Belmont can defend. Belmont has a formula for winning. 120-point score, and then 3 other double-digit guys. With the quality of ball handlers that you have in Grayson Murphy, you also have Jacoby Wood and Luke Smith. But you need them to deliver from the three-point line, and you need them to score from the perimeter. They are undersized, but I don't think in this matchup against Kurt Lewis, against freaking Wendell Green, against Cooper Robb, that's going to really make that big of a difference. I think that when you look at the defensive numbers and you look at the defensive efficiency per possession numbers also, you see that Belmont has them beat in pretty much every category. They're able to play through the press. They're able to avoid turning the ball over, unlike SEMO was. And with their ability to keep turnovers under 12 in games against these fast tempo pressing teams, it's just a matter of them having good ball distribution and in keeping up with that 1.9 assist to turnover ratio. I think that if Belmont can limit the free throw trips for Eastern Kentucky and they can win the battle, the 3-point line, their 3-point defense versus Eastern Kentucky's 45% 9 to 10 3-point make offense, well, then I think that we're going to see Belmont cover this number and win this game. I think that Belmont is head and shoulders above everybody else in this conference, and they cannot afford a loss. They cannot afford a blimp. Listen, whether they cover the points for us, I believe they're going to. I think there's value on the number, but I do think they're going to win this game. So if you're looking for a parlay filler, this is the money line to use. Anything under 10 with Belmont on the money line is always going to be a parlay filler in my life. But for the show, we're just going to take Belmont on the spread.
All right. Well, there's 2 books that are hanging a 7.5. So let's take advantage of that right now. That is Circa and BetMGM. The rest have moved to 8. Circa hanging Belmont minus 7.5 at minus 110. Let's lock that in for Max right now.